The rain never stops in Neo-Setra. It's not weather, it's waste. Runoff from cooling towers, filtration towers, corpse towers. Acid slick and heavy with the scent of rusted blood. I let it drip off my hood, slide down the ridges of my mask like tears I don't have time for. Cipher circles once overhead, his red sensor eyes scanning rooftops, alleyways, every flickering neon gutter this city forgot to clean. He lands on my shoulder with a soft, hydraulic click. Targets moving west. 5 signatures. 2 augmented. 1 limping. He always tells me the limp makes the kill cleaner. I slip from the edge of the rooftop like oil down a drain. The exosuit makes no sound. Old tech. Scavenged bones from a dead corp war, patched with muscle in vengeance. Below, the Void Scavengers drag a kid behind a drone repair shop. 16, maybe 17. One leg already cut clean at the knee, fresh enough to still steam. They didn't even seal the wound. They'll keep the leg, sell it to some corpo brat who thinks chrome makes him bulletproof. They'll dump the kid, unless I end them first. 5 seconds, Cipher whispers. I count to 3. Then I drop. The first one dies with a punch, straight through the backplate. Spine splits like a data cable. He gargles something that sounds like his mother's name. The second spins. Augmented reflexes too slow for me. I kick his knee backward. Fire an arc blade into his neck. He twitches twice. Done. 3rd and 4th scatter. One pisses himself mid-run. The last one, the limper, stands his ground. Eyeball mod flickering, jaw replaced with a gold-plated Vox unit. He grins. You're real, he says, voice crackling. Thought you were a story. I am, I say. Then I shoot him in the throat. The kid's still breathing. Barely. He's missing more than a leg. Chunks of torso, eye socket caved in. No saving him. Not by me. Should we upload his memory? Cipher asks. I nod. The crow hops to the kid's shoulder, inserts a probe behind the ear. He was trying to sell his scooter, feed his little sister. Scavengers offer to upgrade him instead. I clench my fists. Chrome plating groans under pressure. Plunder Byte? I ask. Definitely. They're marking everything they touch with red band code. He sends me the data stream. Mod harvest routes, shipment destinations, encrypted comms. You think he's stockpiling for a new market? Worse, Cipher says. He's building something big, and I don't think it breathes. I look up. The city hums like a dying animal, full of lights and eyes and greed. Somewhere out there, Captain Plunder Byte is sitting on a throne of stolen limbs, building his future out of other people's pain. And if I don't burn it down, no one will. They call it the rust market. Officially, it doesn't exist. Just another unmapped sector, swallowed by infrastructure collapse and corporate apathy. But anyone who's needed a black market blood filter, unregistered neural port, or a back alley exo leg knows where to go. The city doesn't clean this place, because this is where it gets its parts. I descend through layers of static light and dripping chrome pipes, Cipher tucked inside my cloak like a secret. His heat signature dims until he's indistinguishable from a rat. Even he knows to keep quiet down here. The scent hits first. Hot metal, antiseptic, burnt flesh. Smells like progress. Crowds shift around me. Dealers in synth leather cloaks peddle hacked eyeballs from trays like candy. A kid no older than 12 offers me a discounted lung with a polite smile and a blood-stained cooler. I keep walking. Everyone here knows not to touch me, not because they recognize me, but because something inside them does. At the center of the market is a circular stall lit by hanging bulbs filled with bioluminescent beetles. Inside, Moxie leans against a tank of fluid that probably used to be someone's kidney. She's a mod surgeon, info dealer, blackmailer, occasional philosopher. Bones, she says when she sees me. Didn't expect you to crawl back through my sewer. It's raining fingers out there, I say. Tell me who's selling red-banded mods. She sucks her teeth. Scavengers, she mutters. Started marking their parts with a red band virus. Traceable only if you've got military-grade software. I do. Of course you do. She reaches beneath the counter, pulls out a sealed crate, opens it slow, like it might hiss or bite. Inside is a cybernetic arm, clean cut, no cereals, but glowing just under the wrist. Faint red script, Plunder Byte. Seed, version 9.1. Cipher chirps inside my hood. That's not just a mod ID, that's code. Active code. I nod. Embedded? No. Alive. That chills me. Plunder Byte's not just harvesting mods anymore. He's growing something. Distributing infected tech to plug into living bodies. He's infecting them, I whisper. Not just for profit, for control. Moxie shrugs. Can't stop a good business model, especially when you make people believe they chose it. I take the arm. She tries to stop me. Hey, that's worth a lot. So am I. We leave fast, too fast. Halfway up the ladder, Cipher clicks. We're being tracked. I stop. Heat signature? No. Smell. Something in the code you just touched flagged you. I turn just in time to see a dark figure drop from the rafters. Modified. Fast. Eyes burning red. One of Plunder Byte's prototypes. I don't hesitate. I slam my fist into its throat, pivot mid-air, and slam its head into the concrete. It twitches, then speaks. Not with its mouth, with his voice. Hello, Bones. Plunder Byte, hijacking his creations, watching me through them. You're getting close. I like that. It makes the hunt more fun. Then it dies, smoke leaking from its eyes. Cipher says nothing, neither do I. But in my chest, something sparks. I'm not chasing him anymore. He's chasing me. Neo-Setra has two faces. The one above ground, all broken glass and neon blood, crawling with scavengers and sellouts. In the one below, the undernet. The decaying digital skeleton beneath the city's skin. It's where the old code lives. The corrupted systems no one was brave or stupid enough to fully delete. The original city still pulses down here, beneath the polished ads and surveillance drones. Like a sick heartbeat someone tried to forget. I jack in through an access node behind a condemned transit terminal. Cipher plugs into my spine. His beak unfolds into a slim neural spike, precise as a scalpel. Pulse holding, memory tether active. I'll yank you if things get hostile, he says. I'm counting on it. The world flickers, then shatters. I'm standing in a wireframe version of the city. Grayscale, unrendered, nothing but light and data ghosts. Buildings are skeletons of code. People appear as blurs of corrupted input. This place shouldn't still exist. But it does, because monsters need shadows, and Plunder Byte lives here. Tracing red band activity, Cipher hums through my neural HUD. There, south quadrant. Deep. I move like thought, fluid and fast. Each step sends out a ripple of static. Security constructs twitch. Surveillance code follows me like insects in the dark. I find the source, a data cathedral. Tall, sharp, jagged like teeth. The red band virus pulses through it like veins. And in the center, a seed. Not code, not memory. A soul. It flickers as I get closer. A child. 9, maybe 10. Eyes wide, mouth open, like she's been mid-scream for years. She's locked in a recursive loop, her consciousness trapped inside the mod she wore when they took her. She uploaded her mind to her neural port, Cipher whispers. Plunder Byte harvested her like memory meat. He's not just stealing parts, I growl. He's harvesting who they are. I move to disconnect her. Cipher warns me. You unplug her. You risk everything. He'll feel it. I do it anyway. She fades, whispering a thank you with lips made of light. That's when the ground cracks and the cathedral roars. He speaks, not through a proxy, through the system itself. You break my toys, Skeletronyx. Naughty. You were one once, weren't you? Tell me, what did they take from you? I freeze, because the walls shift, and suddenly, I see it. A surgical table, a masked doctor, a young girl screaming, sparks, blood, silence. They tried to own you, Plunder Byte says. Same as me. Same as all of us. I just learned how to take it back. My head pulses. Cipher shouts for me to pull out, but I don't. Not yet. Join me, Plunder Byte whispers. No more masks. No more masters. We become the new code. I spit digital blood. Not a chance! I trigger the virus bomb Cipher, preloaded into my feed. It detonates, shredding the cathedral, cutting his voice short. Then I yank the tether. I wake up screaming. The access node smokes behind me. My nose bleeds black static. You were in too long, Cipher mutters. I saw him, I whisper. I remembered. I don't say what, but he knows. We both know. Plunder Byte doesn't just want to control the system. He wants to be god of the new one, and I'm the only heretic left. We leave the city behind. What's left of it? Cipher and I ride the upper tram lines in silence, moving above the data slums, the red-lit marketplaces, the broken spires that once tried to scrape the stars. The outskirts of Neo-Setra used to be power stations, industrial parks, rail yards. Now they're graveyards with barcodes. You're quiet, Cipher says, his voice tinny in my helmet. Processing. The memory? I nod. I don't need to say it. He was right. Plunder Byte, the table, the screaming, they carved pieces out of me. Told me it was for protection, for precision, for purpose. But what they really meant was obedience. They failed. The factory is buried in the ruins of a collapsed arcology. Once a self-sustaining tower of luxury, now a concrete husk choked with cables, steam, and the buzzing hum of industry without oversight. It stinks of synthetic oil and burnt nerves. Power readings match Plunder Byte's last known trace, Cipher confirms. He's here, somewhere inside. We breach the outer wall fast. No subtlety now, not anymore. Inside, it's hell. Chained bodies, open mods, tanks full of floating limbs, arms, legs, torsos, all pulsing with red band code, twitching like they're dreaming of a body to return to. The assembly line screams with the sound of saws cutting into metal and bone. And then I see them, the converted, once human, now walking mod husks, their memories overwritten, their loyalty hard-coded, eyes blank, jaws open, each one murmuring the same phrase. I serve the code. I serve the code. I serve the code. They see me, and they charge. I tear through them like a storm. Arc blades scream to life in both hands. I move through the crowd, cutting code. Spilling black oil, ripping limbs from sockets. I break spines with the blunt ends of my elbows. I impale two at once with a serrated knee spike. They don't bleed, not like people, but they whimper, like the ghosts inside are still in there, watching. They used to be like you. Plunder Byte's voice echoes through the walls. Lost, weaponized, forgotten. I gave them purpose. He's watching, always watching. We reach the control tower, a spire of tangled cables and flickering monitors. Inside, a throne of wires. Empty, but the walls breathe. He's not here, Cipher growls. He's everywhere. And he is. Screens bloom with his face, stitched together from the memories he stole. Eyes from a child, smile from a soldier, voice from a poet who slit her own throat when the upload failed. I built myself from your sins, Plunder Byte says, piece by piece. You made me. No, I whisper. I survived you. He laughs, and the floor splits open. A platform begins to rise, and on it, him. For real this time, the final version, all that's left of flesh, is his skull, encased in a glass dome, floating in coolant. His body is a fusion of hundreds of harvested mods, strung together by black cables and crimson wire. He looks like a god built in a scrapyard. He raises one massive arm, and the entire facility breathes. Come, little ghost. Let's finish what they started. He towers above me. Captain Plunder Byte. A Frankenstein of ambition. Every piece of him stolen. Every wire pulsing with someone else's life. No symmetry. No grace. Just function. A body built to conquer. A mind built to justify it. Look at me, he says, his voice layered with dozens of stolen tones. I am what your world deserves. Your upgrades, your wars, your refusals, all of it led to this. He steps forward. The floor trembles. I don't move. You're not evolution, I say. You're just a graveyard with a Wi-Fi signal. He grins. Then he attacks. He's fast. Too fast. 4 limbs sweep at once. 2 hydraulic spears, 1 serrated buzzblade, and a reinforced limb that used to be a woman's spinal column. I dodge the first, parry the second. The third catches my shoulder, sparks flying. Armor splinters. Cipher screeches overhead, deploying countermeasures. EMP flares. False data bursts. They slow him for a breath. That's all I need. I slide under his next swing, drive a pulse dagger into his left knee. He howls, not in pain, but in anger. His dome flashes red. I remember you, he roars. I have your files. I have your screams. Images flood my HUD. Me on the table. The surgeons. The moment they decided I was no longer a person, just potential. They made me this, I spit. But I made me better. I charge. We clash in sparks and blood, my arc blades against his furnace fists. The room blurs into chaos. Monitors exploding, cables writhing like snakes, alarms screaming warnings no one's left to hear. He grabs me mid-spin, lifts me into the air. I can rewrite you, he hisses. Make you whole. Too late. I trigger Cipher's core. He dives straight into Plunder Byte's back, his neural beak piercing the central processing stem at the base of the neck. Plunder Byte seizes, jerks. What are you? Overriding your override, Cipher says. The virus hits him like a tsunami. All the memories he stole, rushing back at once. Unfiltered, raw. The girl with the skates, the old man with the locket, the soldier begging for peace, the mother, the lover, the child. I can't too much. Plunder Byte stutters, his limbs flailing. This is mine. This is mine. He collapses. Sparks shoot from his chest cavity. His dome fractures. The skull inside cracks. And everything goes still. I stagger back, bleeding, breathing. Vitals unstable, Cipher warns. I'm used to it. I walk to what's left of the throne, pull the data drive from its core. It pulses once, then dies. The lights across the facility dim. The factory sleeps. Outside, the sun tries to rise over Neo-Setra. I watch from the roof. Cipher perched beside me, silent. He's gone, I whisper. No, Cipher replies. They'll try again. Someone always does. I nod. Then I smile. Let them. Because I'm still here. Still watching. And this time, I write the code.